our Google Hangout on Google Classroom. Um, I don't know if everybody is here yet. There's 0 viewers, so I guess maybe we should wait for some viewers.
Okay,
Um,
we can
I'll be
wait a
back.
couple minutes.
I'm going to be back in a second. Let me invite one other person. I don't know how to do that. Let's see, if I invite people there, then they'll see. Okay, let me go back out here. Well, you
I
know what?
don't want, Josh, I'm not going to say yes that I'm going to this because it's going to do what it did earlier.
No, don't do that.
I just
Just
clicked
you're
no.
on. Just you're on. You're good. You're good. Uh, I'm just gonna invite Jackie. How come that didn't work? It's weird that we have 0 viewers. This is kind of freaking me out a little bit. I don't know what's going on with that. What I might do is I'm gonna send an email really quick to Professor Storm. I just invited him. What are you guys laughing about?
Are you laughing at me?
Who are you laughing at?
No, my face was all like, ah, and it was stuck. It was stuck.
That's funny.
Oh, someone's calling.
I know, it's my school.
Oh, no.
Every Sunday night they give us an update about what's going on for the week. It's supposed to go to all of our parents, and it comes to us, I guess, just as a reminder, like, oh, volleyball's playing tonight, volleyball's playing on Tuesday night, football's playing on Friday night, come out and support. So it's neat.
Okay, so I'm emailing Professor Storm the link. So I'm not sure if this will work or not. Oh, that's not the link. That's somebody's email.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Where's Kate?
This is what happens when we're the first people to go. Yay!
It's okay.
I got
Okay?
time. I'm good.
I'm gonna try something else here. Let's this. I'm gonna control. Oops, I just control pasted that. I want to control copy it. What was that noise? Is
So
that somebody joining me?
Laura is saying that she does not have access to the event.
Oh,
And Chong, mine says I do not have access to the event.
oh, that's weird.
That was 2 minutes ago.
Okay.
Oh, I tried to click, but it just shows me. Oh, okay. Oh, there's Jackie. Do you see Jackie?
I see one viewer. Yeah, Jackie's on there.
Okay.
I just sent out the. I'm just gonna blast out the. I'm gonna blast out that thing I just sent. Control C.
Okay.
I don't know where Katie is though.
I don't either.
Oh my gosh.
How do you know that we have viewers? Where do you see that?
On my excuse me, on mine it says it shows me how many viewers. Might be because I'm the one hosting this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just blast this out to everyone. And is that somebody else?
Looking for Katie.
Okay, so Jackie's saying something. What is she saying?
Where is she saying it?
I tried to click join, but it just shows me something. Okay, so that's weird. Okay, um, I'm there. Have you started yet? Yes. Oh, Bill just sent me a thing. Okay, you know what? I don't know what happened, but apparently I'm gonna start again.
Okay, so where do you want us to go?
What's that?
Where do you want us to go?
I'm hanging up on you all.
Oh, wait, but I just saw... Okay.
It says we have 3 viewers, but I don't see them.
Now I see 2 Ruth. Hi, Ruth.
All right, we're trying this again.
Ruth, hang up one of them. There it is.
Okay, this has been a crazy day. I'm so trying to get ready for camp. It's crazy.
Can you see that we have viewers?
No, because I am not the owner of it.
Okay.
Josh is recent.
Josh, I see you again.
Yeah, I know. I see. Professor Storm is on the page. Message. Let me see. I don't know what's going on here. Let's see.
Oh, so Chong says he can't enter the room, but he's watching it.
Oh, interesting.
Sweet.
Okay.
Okay.
We can't see
Hey,
you.
Jackie. I see Jackie. Woo! Oh, yes.
Hi, Jackie.
Hello.
Oh, there's Lyra.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Lyra.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh, great, because last time I was having issues with the audio. Awesome.
There's there. Okay, good. All right. Now we just need to find Katie, our other person. I'm
Josh.
sorry, everybody. This is it's strange because it asks you. It has a number of invite places, like places where you can invite people, and
Oh,
I'm not
really?
sure why that is. And so it's rather confusing. So
It is.
So Chong, yeah, we're missing Chong and we're missing Laura.
Chong says that he can watch it, but he can't enter the room.
Okay, well, if you can watch it, that's fine. So I guess let's just start and see what happens.
Well, I'm trying to get Katie.
Oh yeah, Katie needs to get here. According to my, is Katie going right after I am?
Yes.
Oh, she is, isn't she? Because she's talking about the Google Docs.
How about Professor Storm? Isn't he supposed to join with us too?
I don't. The thing is there's some people that are in the room and some people that are just watching, and I'm not exactly sure why.
Oh, maybe there's a limit to how many people can participate?
I do not know, and I hope not, because that we need one more person to get in here. So let me try a couple different things.
So Chong just wrote, I believe it's something wrong with the invite. I'm chilling and watching you guys right now. Thumbs up, Chong, thumbs up.
Okay.
Laura as well. Laura said that she's watching but can't enter either.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Then where's I don't know where Katie is.
I don't either. Chong wanted to know if there's like 6 of us in the group because I think he sees Lyra and Jackie, so I think he's wondering how they got in there.
I just blasted out that link.
We like them better, and that's how they ended up live. They're with us. They have the front row seats. You have the cheap seats, Chong. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Okay, I just got a message from Professor Storm. Hi, Professor Storm. He says he can hear and see us and hear us, but we can't see him. So I guess that's just how it works. The problem is, though, is Katie. We need to get Katie in here. I don't know how that works.
Is she texting back?
I haven't seen Katie.
I haven't either.
I don't have her email or her number. So if anybody hears from her, let us know. But I think we should get started.
Yeah, we gotta go. Let's go.
Okay. Is that mine thing?
Nope, I see Laura.
Katie, you're going to have to go to Messenger on Facebook and pick up the link.
Okay, I cannot find it anywhere. I'll go back and look.
Okay.
In your messenger, there should be a brand new message. It's the last one that was sent.
Yeah, the last link works. I was able to get in.
Okay. So,
Josh, okay.
Yes. What's
Sorry.
that?
Nothing. I'm just trying to help Katie out here.
Okay. I'll try to stretch my portion out then. Because we have our group is rather larger. We have 4 people in our group. We have Yolanda and Ruth. Hi, Professor Storm. We have Yolanda, Ruth, and Katie in our group, along with me, and we're talking about learning management systems, and we're talking about Google Hangouts, or I'm sorry, not Google Hangouts, Google Classroom, and the various apps on Google Classroom. When I was doing some research on Google Classroom, I have not used Google Classroom, I must say. When my group decided to do this, I tried to get onto Google Classroom. I tried to sign up for it, and all this craziness happened. Yolanda can vouch for this, but apparently I tried to sign Sac State up for the Google Classroom LMS, and then they started asking for assistant admin privileges and all this other stuff, and I quickly got out of there, and I emailed Google support and said, I didn't mean to do this. So I'm not familiar with Google, the Google LMS, the Google Classroom LMS. I am familiar with Google Docs and Google Hangouts, which we're using right now. So I'm going to let the other experts talk about the Google Classroom. I did want to talk about, though, when I was doing some research, I looked at Google Docs, and Google Docs was around before Google Classroom. And Google Docs is kind of the free Windows or the free Microsoft Word version of Google, where students can come together, they can collaborate, they can write at the same time. I've been using Google Docs for a really long time. I've been urging my students to use Google Docs so they don't have to worry about their computers crashing or their flash drives erasing. I found some research on Google Docs, and somebody did some research, and they used this model called the oh, let me find it here. Well, I have it right here, actually. I can show you. Let me share the screen. I know how to do that. So, can you all see this screen that I'm sharing right here?
Not yet.
Can you see it now?
No.
No.
No. Okay, let me. Oh, I have to hit the share button. That's why. There we go.
That helps.
So this, what you're looking at here is a called the technology acceptance model, and it's used to. It was a kind of a theory developed in the 80s about how people can an external variable, as you can see there. People want to come to a technology, and they'd see either its ease of use or its usefulness, and then based on that perception, they would then either try using it or they would have an intention to use it, and then that would lead to actual system use. The problem with this model is, well, there's a couple issues with the model. One of the things with the model that's interesting is it doesn't take into account the actual technology. It doesn't really care about the technology. What it cares more about is the person's attitude toward that technology. And you can automatically see one of the issues with that is everybody's different. So everybody's going to have a different attitude toward it, right? So one example is you give your 1-year-old, true story, your iPhone, and the 1-year-old's going to grab the iPhone and just start playing with it and doing stuff on it and throwing it and breaking it and costing you a lot of money.
Good attitude.
If you give your 95-year-old grandma your iPhone, the grandma will look at it and she'll be hesitant to use it because she's got this perception that this is a fancy device, it has no keys on it, she's not going to be sure what to do with it. So even though it's the same technology, our attitudes shape sort of how we're going to use that. But it's still kind of a useful model. It's changed. Oops, where did that go? There's a different model out there that was developed afterwards in the 90s called the technology fit. Do you guys see this one?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is more about how users have a task. They're task oriented. They have something they need to do, and they look to technology to fit that task. One of the videos I saw on YouTube about this had the analogy of you want to bake a cake, and so what technology would you use to bake that cake? An oven. Good. And so the oven would be that piece of technology, right? And so that task, baking the cake, and the technology of the oven would fit. But let's say you wanted to make scrambled eggs. Would that oven still fit that task? No.
Not well.
No, not well. Thank you for participating. And so what this writer did, they actually combined these two into this model. And let me see if I can zoom in here. I don't know if it'll allow me to zoom in because there's a weird screen on the. Oh, whoa! There we go. Well, I can't. There we go. This is just soak this in for a second. But basically, what this does is it combines our perception of acceptance to a technology with its task. And what these researchers did in 2000, or what these researchers did was they actually looked at how Google Docs fits this model, the acceptance model and the task to technology fit. They compared Google Docs with using Microsoft Word and emailing that Microsoft Word to other people to collaborate with this website called TWiki, and with just a regular offline using Word. What they found was that Google Docs was a lot more user-friendly. The perception to use and the acceptance to use Google Docs and the tasks to technology fit, they found rated a lot higher with their students, and it allowed for more collaboration all around Google Docs and all these different research they did, all the different tests they did all around Google Docs, blew the other ones out of the water. A close second, surprisingly, wasn't the wiki space, but actually the emailing a Word document to other users. They found that was students thought that was useful. But Google Docs was a lot more collaborative. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen now, maybe. See if I can stop sharing. There we go. I'm back. So, oh, hi, Katie. You're with us.
Hi, Josh. I'm having a bit of a technical issue because I'm doing this on my phone.
Okay.
I've typed in the link because I didn't see it on Facebook.
Oh.
And it won't let me join the video call, but it's letting me do it on my phone.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, thank you.
My presentation's on my computer.
Oh, no.
I think Laura had the same issue. She might be able to help you out with that.
What can I do? Do you have any suggestion how I can get this on the computer?
I had to turn off my phone completely because for some reason my phone and the email on my computer were linked together. So it worked on my phone, but it didn't work on my computer. So when I turned off my phone, I could then be on the computer. I don't know why, but it just worked.
Let me ask, Josh, when you put it on Facebook, where did you put it exactly?
I just put it on the message. I'm sorry, Laura. Or I'm sorry, Katie.
It's a great eyeball.
Really close to your phone. We're all laughing because all we see is your eye.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
But I never saw it on Facebook.
No, Katie, it's not on the Facebook app. You need to have the Messenger. It's in the Facebook Messenger. It's not.
Well, which I'm on. I'm not on my app. I'm on my computer, and I go to Messages.
Okay.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay. I go to Messages.
And there was a group message from all of us.
And I don't see that anywhere.
Okay, I'm going to send you a message right now. It says, because I can see, it says that it's Eserb, Ruth, and Kay, and me. So I'm gonna send you a message right now.
And you know, I am not good on Facebook. I don't know what I'm doing half the time.
Check your messages.
Okay, check my messages.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. You see the two. You see the two bubbles that's
I'm
for your
checking.
messenger. I'll send you another just to see.
I'm sorry, Professor Storm.
No, this is great.
So entertaining.
Katie, I'm gonna just write it on the I'm at 18 wall too.
I think this is the best assignment I have ever given.
Now I have like 52 things opening at the same time.
Okay.
All right, Josh just hit the wall.
Okay, I see a message there.
Okay, so I would recommend turning off your phone, just turning it completely off, and then try to join it through your computer. That's what Laura did. It seemed to work.
What worked for me was using that last link you sent out.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, that last link is what got me in. Otherwise, I was just an observer.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so
and there are two different classes of participants in Google Hangouts. One is being part of the presentation panel that we all are occupying right now, and the other is observer. Yay!
Oh, okay.
There you are. So yeah, so you got your link straightened out. This is good.
Okay. Good. Yeah, this is good. So Katie, I just got done talking about Google Docs and how there was done and how much more collaborative Google Docs was for this researcher, and I can get that research actually from my other laptop, and I can get I'll post that onto.
Should I go ahead and I'll talk about my what I was going to talk about. I use Google. Just started using Google Classroom this year. You want me to go ahead and go?
Yep, let's go.
Go for it.
All right. Okay. So I teach 7th and 8th grade history, and this is really the first year I've started using Google Classroom, and mainly because we haven't really had access to Chromebooks and other things like that, and this year we've had more access. So the thing that really got me excited about using the classroom in Google Docs was that I could do assignments, and in my classroom or with the final presentation, you really couldn't tell the difference between the resource student or the EL student or the product of my high achieving student. So I kind of got excited about that, and I thought, oh, I want to do more of this. So one of the things I've always done in my class is we do a lot of posters or group work. And I decided instead of doing a poster on paper like I usually do, I was going to do a digital poster. And and again, I was pretty excited. So I'm going to do a screenshot, show you guys, see if this works, okay? Can you guys see that?
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is my 7th grade classroom. We did, for our unit on Byzantine, we talked about Constantinople, and they were going to create a digital poster that they're going to present to the class. Each kid had to have a title, an image, and information that they had collected presented in bullet points for the rest of the class to learn about that aspect of daily life. So... are you back to my face, or? Okay, now am I here again?
Yep, there you are.
Okay, so I had them open a Google Doc, and I'm going to show you 2 posters that the students created. And the first one is a student who's currently getting an A in my class. So I'm going to go ahead and go to hers real quick. Can you guys see that poster?
Yes.
Can you see it?
Mhm.
Okay. So this was a poster she did on public works. You can see it has a nice image here, her bullet points, the kinds of people that live in Constantinople were from different socioeconomic classes, the city, and feel you can see there's a little typo though. It was about charity, about donations were large, and they had a strong sense of responsibility. Rich houses were located in side streets, and there were some country homes the rich built. The next poster I'm going to show you is a resource student. When it's actually she's more of like a special day student. She only has one mainstream class, which is mine, and this was her poster on the same topic. And again, it looks great, right? Great image. You wouldn't know, in my opinion, you wouldn't know the difference. Her information is fairly similar with her information about who lived there, that the city felt a strong responsibility to take care of all people, the roads, and some poor foreigners and migrant workers lived in the streets. Which actually, if I looked at both posters now, I'd say, well, I think this one's a little bit better. Okay, let me go back to my call here. How do I get back there?
You're here.
Oh, no. Sorry. I know I'm trying to find my way back to you guys.
You're here.
We've got you.
No.
On the top, you're at the top. Look at the top.
Got it.
Paper. You have
I found
open.
it. Sorry, I have too many things open. Can you guys see me?
Yep, we can see you.
Okay. So that was really the first assignment. I thought, wow, this really, again, like I said, it kind of evened the playing field for those kids. I thought my student Irene, the second poster I showed you, like I said, I'm the only general ed class that she has. And she did that mostly on her own with a little bit of guidance to stay on task, not really much in the process of putting it together. I also use Google Docs in my 8th grade class, and I'm going to show you a couple examples there. Here's another screenshot. Let me get this here. Can you guys see that? Am I showing you a screen or just me?
Not yet.
Okay, sorry. Still mastering this. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so now, here. This was another digital poster I did. The difference being was that I had them work with partners. So a couple examples of those posters. They had to, same thing, insert is picture, title, I highlight ideologies, contributions, and then find a quote. That's one of them, and this was another one. And now this one I did before my Constantinople assignment, and what I found was these kids worked in groups of 3. And sorry, now I'm trying to get back to you guys here.
You're there.
You see me again? Okay.
Yeah.
These kids worked in partners of 3, and like I said, it was really my first experience with it. And we kind of learned as we went along. Most of the kids kind of had to set ground rules right away because they were deleting each other's work and they were writing silly comments and messing around with each other. So we kind of, they worked through that, and it was a learning process for me as well. Again, I felt like one thing I really liked was everyone in the group was working. There wasn't that kid kind of on the side going, I'll just sit here and pretend to, just blend in. Everybody worked. Afterwards, I had the kids tell me a bit about how they felt, and first of all, they really liked it. It was the first time they shared an assignment with kids. But they did say they felt like having groups of 3 was too much. They really felt like working with 2 people would be better. And we really figured we need to come up with ground rules when you're sharing documents, because it would be this. I tried to explain to them, I go, it's the same if you had a piece of paper in front of you, or you guys were all working on a poster and someone scribbled all over your work.
Yeah.
that would make you feel very good. So it's the same. You have to give them the same respect when someone's working on something. You need to have respect, not delete their work, not make funny and silly comments. So that's a learning process as far as, how do we make sure they respect that and, work that sharing part out. But like I said, for the most part, they were all really excited. And the other thing that they just were so impressed by is that they could work on it at home. They're so used to this idea at school where they don't have a cloud. They had everything stored on a server. And this idea that was like, oh, no, you could go home, work on this, really kind of was amazing to them. Like, really? I can go home and I could actually work on it with my partner and all of that, and that they really liked that. So,
can I throw a suggestion out there?
Oh, sure.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but you can use like color coding for each child, whoever comments on what or participates in what way and writes what, into the project. So like Brian would be the color blue, and then Molly would be color red. So that way you know what each child or what each student had participated in the project. This is the comment. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh no, that's actually a really good idea. And again, I keep telling the kids this year they're kind of my guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Because we're learning all of this together, and that's the other thing I would just say is you can't be afraid to try it because they figure it out. They figure out. I didn't know how to make a a background color, your background color, different color, and one of the kids figured it out and then shared it with everyone else. So, like I said, it's a learning process, but that's a really good idea. Make them all kind of choose a color. So
yeah, that way you can see what how much each student participates and what information they provide.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have done that previously with my English language arts classes.
I'm sorry, say it again?
I said, yeah, I have done that previously with my ELA classes, where each kid chooses a color. Also, it helps you decide, or it helps you to see when they're sharing with someone not in your class.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
all right, thank you. Yolanda, you're
all
on.
Right, it's me. I used Google Classroom this year a lot more than I did last year. We are a Google school. I did not realize when I was trying to coach Josh on how to make set up Google School or Google Classroom that he didn't have access to Google Classroom because we are a Google district. We are a Google school. It's been a little bit of a hard sell with some of our veteran teachers because they don't want to do something new. They've been doing it and it's worked for them, and they don't trust the kids on the technology, and what if they cheat, and I've had to try to explain you're going to have less cheating. When we can see exactly what the kids do and exactly how long they work, if I can see that a kid worked on an essay for 2-3 minutes and he has a full essay, I know that he copied and pasted. And then when we run, and I love that now we can upload straight from Google Docs into turnitin.com. And you used to not be able to do that, but now using turnitin.com, you can upload straight from your Google Docs or your Google Drive right in, and we can see what the kids have plagiarized. I mean, it's just that easy. And I think that technology, that connection between the two is going to get better as teachers respond and give feedback to turnitin.com and to Google. Google is pretty good about, especially Google Classroom is pretty good about when teachers ask for certain tools, they will figure out a way for it to get into that suite. My students like Google Classroom a lot more than they like the Microsoft Word because we were running into issues where students had older versions of Word, or we had the newest version of Word, and if the kid didn't save it a certain way, we were crashing. It kept crashing. We don't run into that problem with Google Drive or Google Classroom. One of the things that we've done this year, so I have LTELs. I have long-term English learners, and my students have a folder for me. They have a folder for their Spanish class. They have a folder for their history class, I believe now. So we have 3 teachers, core teachers, that are requiring all the work to happen on Google Classroom, and I can see that the kids are going, okay, Jimenez, I'm done with this. Can I work on? Of course you can. I'm also using Google Classroom I teach the after-school program. It's called Charge, and it's a credit recovery program. So my students, they failed English 11 another year. Now I have a group of about 6 seniors. Setting up a Google Classroom for these kids was perfect because they can work on these essays at any point. They can work on the collaboration part of it. I can comment. I had to open another classroom for seniors that I don't have. This is going to sound funny. For seniors that I don't have, but that were previously my students, because they wanted me to post tips for them for writing their senior paper in the spring and their personal statements. Their personal statements in the fall. So they wanted to hear and see what I had to say about these things. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the editing process. So in Google Drive or Google Docs, I have seniors that will share their personal statement to me, and we can work on it at the same time. So I can ask questions. I will post questions over on the right-hand side so they can see it, and the kid is sitting in their English 12 class, and we're going back and forth, we're going back and forth live in real time. They like that. It's also beneficial for my senior English teacher because now she's not having to work as closely on every single paper. It's a support that I have in place for my English 12 teacher because she and I are really good friends. It's not taking away from my 9th graders or my LTELs because they don't write as much as the seniors do. The seniors have big projects that are due. I want you to see Google Classroom. Okay, I'm not good at this sharing, so I'm going to try to figure this out. Let's see. Hold on. What am I hitting, guys? Screen share, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And I want to click on
the tab.
Okay, can you see my screen?
No.
So click back to the Google Hangout image.
Okay. And can I just choose one?
Share at the bottom.
At the bottom?
Yeah, there should be. Yeah, you got it.
Okay. There. Are we there?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to show you my English classes. So charge is up here in the pink. Here's one of my English classes. And just because it says honors, I also have LTELs in my honors classes. It was a hard push for me to explain to the counselors that just because they're an English learner, they still can be in the honors class. I just have to do a lot more scaffolding, but it's definitely a better fit for my kids that are coming from Mexico that have been in education this entire time, and now they're just coming to the United States, versus my ELs that have not had a strong foundation in their L1, but my kids that have a strong foundation in L1 could go right into an honors class. So let me take a look at, this is the one I wanted to show you. This was a 10-slide, kind of like a PowerPoint, and I have these are all of my kids in that class, and you can see on Google Classroom that these were done late. You can see that this one has been resubmitted, that this one is a late unsubmit, and it tells you the ones that were on time and I put a grade on, they just say returned. And for a minute, it took my students, they said, well, why did you return that paper? I thought I did a good job. And I had to explain, this is as if I was handing you back your document. If you gave me a paper in my hand and I put a score on it and I returned it to you, that's what that means. You wouldn't keep handing me the paper back and forth, So don't keep resubmitting these things. It's just being returned to you. There were a couple that had to be resubmitted because they didn't realize that you had to attach the file. So they were hitting done, turn in, but there was nothing attached to it. So that was kind of a learning point. I'm going to pull up, let's pull up Lonnie. So they had to choose a city. Lonnie is Islander, and she went through this. She is one of my LTELs. She went through and she shows really beautiful pictures. And she knew a lot about this city already. So you can tell she did a really good job. I would never have known that this is an LTEL. I'm gonna go back. Let's see. No, this one. This student has been fighting with me because she's in her sister's shadow, because her older sister is like gate 4.0, and so she turned in the first time the bare minimum, and now I've had her go back and add a couple more things to each of these slides. But you can see she thought she was going to get away with not doing 10 slides. And she turned it in that way. And I said, you didn't have 10 slides. And she said, yes, I did. No, honey,
Technicality.
you gave me 6 slides. And she says, no, you can see. And I said, yeah, but I can see what you turned in. I'm still looking at all of these assignments. So that was kind of funny. Let me go back and show you. So for my where are they? So for my charge kids, these are my kids that have not completed English 11. I could see just looking, they have not completed this essay. They were supposed to write a 3-page paper on Misty Copeland. The thing that threw them off, and this is for my regular English kids too, I said, what makes her famous? Why is she a game changer? And then, of course, the basics, who, what, when, where, why. And they want me to answer what makes her famous. And I'm trying to explain, I'm not telling. Are you for real? I've read so much on her, so you need, and they were like, well, I read the articles. And I'm trying to prep them for, I mean, this sounds awful. I'm trying to prep them for SBAC. You need to tell me what the significance is of this woman and her accomplishments. You can see that I gave these kids that choose a city, they were required to 10 slides, but they needed to really give me good information. I wanted specifics on restaurants. Don't just tell me that there are restaurants. I want to know. I want to know how much it costs to fly from that city, from our city to that city, wherever it is in the world. Simple assignments like this, these are just quick writes. But it's fun and getting the kids comfortable with the keyboard. I can see that 4 did it and 3 didn't. So when they come in and say, I don't have anything to do, and I say, well, that's funny because I can see on all of these assignments that someone hasn't done them. Let's get to work. And so it's open all the time for them, so my big kids can get back to it. Okay, let me stop sharing. Wait, stop it. Can you see me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So
can I ask?
Yes.
Sorry.
Ask. Go ahead.
I just want to ask a quick question. Do you, for me, one of the most difficult things right now is grading stuff online. I mean, I have 150 essays to read in Google Classroom. Do you have any suggestions, or how do you make comments on all of them? Do you have some autopilot comments you can just click on? I'm trying to find a way to use a rubric or something on there.
I haven't added the rubric yet, but how do I say this? In front of me when I'm grading, I have a quick and dirty rubric of what I'm looking for. They know,
Yeah.
okay, on the 10 slide, I want 10 slides. I want you to pick a city that's not Sacramento. I want you to include 3 cities. So fly out from Sacramento, fly out from Oakland, fly out from San Francisco. What are the costs? What does it cost to get to your city? I want restaurants. I want links. So I had to pick and choose what I wanted from them, and I made that my list of what I'm looking for. And then as I'm going through, I just keep clicking on the next kid, and then the next kid, and then the next kid. As I'm scoring, I put the grade in right there on the Google Classroom, because you have that long list of names on the left-hand side, and I say, okay, Lonnie got 100. And then I go down to the next one, and I'm like, okay, well, you didn't do 3 of these things. You got a 70. And that's how I score. And then after I'm done grading everything, then I print out all of my grades from Google Classroom onto the spreadsheet. And then I have to, because Google Classroom does not talk. It doesn't talk to my school loop, which is what we use to do our grades. They don't talk to each other yet. So I just take that piece of paper in front of me and I punch everything in, and I have to be real careful. I just go down the spreadsheet and I get everything in, and then I hit publish. But for quick response, once I grade each of those things in the classroom and I hit return, my students can see what score they got. Before I put it into the grade book, they can see what score they got. Jimenez, how come I only got a 70 on that? I don't know, honey. How come you didn't give me what I wanted? And then they're like, okay, I'm doing it right now. I'm resubmitting. And for me, I know some teachers are sticklers about tardiness and what they don't want to take it late, or if I take it late, I'm not looking at it right away, or I'm taking off 10% or whatever that is. But for my kids, I don't do that. I tell them, if you want the 100 and you want to put the work in, I'll go back and score it again, but don't rush me, because I have 150 other students and they want their grades too. But if a kid wants to resubmit something, I go ahead and let them, because at some point we want them to hit the standard. We want them to complete the task. And I don't want them to just be satisfied with a 70 or satisfied with a 60. I want them to really go back and learn the material and you know, one thing before I stop yammering at you guys, what I really like about Google Docs and Google Classroom is that these, for Twin Rivers kids, our students have access to this Google Docs, Google Classroom from first grade on. So my kids that have been in our district for a while, when they log into their Google Docs, they can see work that they did in 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade. It's all there for them. They get a chance to see themselves as writers. They get a chance to see what they were writing in 5th grade all the way through, and so it's really that academic portfolio that we've been talking about since 15 years ago in education. Well, stop with the test and let's really assess how they write. We can do that now. Okay.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's cool.
Okay, did I say enough? Are you happy? All right, I'm ready to kick it over to Ruth.
All right, so my section on tonight's topic is looking at extensions, apps, and add-ons that go along with Google Classroom. And in case you know the difference, I'll just cover the three different. Does someone have it on twice because it's an echo? No? Okay.
No.
So when you're talking about extensions, extensions are mini programs that modify or enhance the functionality of Google. And when you have extensions added onto your Chrome browser, they show up at the end of the address bar. And I will show you some examples in a moment. And then there are add-ons. Add-ons are little extra features that enhance its functions. Some allow teachers to give feedback by grading a spreadsheet like a Google form, and I'm going to go ahead and show you one that I have that I use as an add-on. And then there are apps, and apps are like software programs that you can install on your computer, and these you use directly with your browser. And you can access any of these devices from any of your devices that are synced. So where you can find apps. So if you go to the Google Store, can you see the Google Store?
Yes.
All right. So when you go into the Google Store, you have the option to pick apps, which there are thousands of apps. It just depends on the category you're looking for. There are extensions. Again, thousands of extensions. There are also themes, and I added a theme to my app browser earlier today, and as you can see, it is of the Foggy City. So that's themes. So let's start with one of the extensions, and one of them that I have added to mine is Connected Apps, or I'm sorry, Connected Mind, and that was from one of the assignments that we did in Professor Storm's class. And so it comes up now as one of my extensions. Another one that I found is called Edpuzzle. And it will allow you to take someone's YouTube video and make it your own. You can shorten it, you can add your voice to it, you can add quizzes to it. So I'm just going to give you an example of what Edpuzzle can do.
Whoa. It's kind of a busy day here in the chat. I've got 20 players. But no one showed up with jerseys. The game's about to begin, and I don't even know how many teams we're supposed to have. There's 5 players on a team, right? So how many teams are there? And did any of you shower? We have 20 players in the gym, and I know there's 5 players on each basketball team. So that's 20 divided by 5. What does 20 divided by 5 equal?
So you can see that on the side here, she has added this question that her students have to answer before they can continue on with this video. So she's using it like a flipped classroom. Did everybody see the Ed puzzle?
Yes.
Okay. So that's an example of Ed puzzle. There's also another one called Evernote Web Clipper, and it'll allow you to take anything off the web. Just take what you want, like you're cutting out a coupon, and stick it in a file to use for later or to modify, but that's Evernote Web Clipper, and I have that one also. So for add-ons, I use Flubaroo. I don't know if anyone here has used Flubaroo, but in my class at the college, I have the students do a presentation, and they take a quiz. And after they take the quiz, I have all of their data. And I have put an add-on on it, and it's called Flubaroo. And it's going to allow me to grade this assignment. I mean, it's that simple. Here's the data. I click on Flubaroo. It's going to grade the assignment. It gives it a value. If I want to change the value to, you know, whatever I want each question to be, I can do that. I always pick mine as the correct answer. Oh, not a minute. I don't have a minute. So then you can go down below here and you can see how everyone has done on their grade. Oh, where did it go? So it shows me that the percentages of what the students earned, and I can take that and go right into my grade book with it. It also allows me to create graphs and charts to go along with it. The last one, so can you guys see the address bar up here?
Yes.
So Katie, you were talking earlier about taking documents and then giving them a grade and how you can sit there and try to do it all with 150 of them.
Yeah.
If you created a Google form, let's say you created a form like this, and then in another tab you had the students with their documents.
Mm-hmm.
I have this split, which will allow me to cut my screens in half.
Oh, that's awesome. So, I see what you're saying. I could do a Google form as I'm reading?
Yes. And if you embed your rubric above it, and then the 4 or 5 things that you want to click on to see if they're fulfilling that, you could have it right at your fingertips.
Oh, that's really cool.
And that's an app. And then I have the app that will glue the screens right back together.
And what's that? I'm sorry, what's that app called again?
This one is called Split.
Okay.
And so it's going to split and it's going to show you 2 screens. It's going to give you 2 screens. And then you can, when you're done, glue them both back together again.
Cool. I'm going to try that.
One of the last apps that I put on my system that I love, and my students, we look at it every morning, is called Google Earth. And we have a big map, and we pin it every day of where we are on that day. And that is my presentation on apps, add-ons, and extensions. Thank you.
Okay, well,
Nice
thank
job.
you very much, everybody, for watching.
I just want to comment here briefly that this was awesome, you guys. I think it probably felt kind of clumsy to you, but it was it was great. I mean, I wish we had done this at the beginning of the term, because I think you have to stumble through one in order to understand just how fun they are, and really it's pretty forgiving. I mean, it took us a little while. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, Ruth is still sharing her screen, so we can.
Felt like I was swept into a time warp or something. That was kind of fun. Anyway, thank you very much. I don't want to hang on to here. And Josh, if you have questions about how Classroom works through Google Apps, it's part of a managed environment. Just drop me an email and I can explain it to you, because I manage that environment for my district. Thank you, guests, for showing up to this. This was great fun, and I think being the first to go, if those of you that belong to other groups can see that it doesn't hurt to give it a trial run and practice the screen sharing and doing all these things. So kudos to the first group to go, and this was very successful. I hope you're pleased with it, because it was great fun.
I'm thank you for your patience. I'm sorry I missed the link or something. I don't know.
No, it's all part of it. This is all good. That's why we do it in class rather than waiting until you do it professionally. That now you have a feeling for some of the things that you need to deal with when you do this for real. So it's great.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
Bye.
Take care.
Have a good night, guys. Thank you for your presentation. It was awesome.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.